There are more than 200 online companies right now that'll mail you a GLP-1. 200. And they all sell the same medication but have totally different prices, and a few of them are genuinely sketchy. So I ranked the top 5 best providers for you. And if you don't know me, I'm Ben. I'm a weight loss coach, and full transparency, I'm also the founder of one of the companies on the list. So you might actually expect for me to put myself at number 1, but I actually didn't. We come in at number 3, and I'm going to tell you honestly exactly who beat us and why. So stick to the end for number 1 spot because it's not who most people guess. So real quick, again, I'm not your doctor. This is educational, not medical advice, and every one of these is a prescription decision that you should be making with a licensed provider. My job is to show you the path through the woods so you don't wander into a bear's cave with your credit card out. So let's jump into it. Coming in at number 5 is AltRx. AltRx is the budget door, starting around 89 bucks a month with a 12-month order. It's about the cheapest way to get semaglutide in the country right now if you know you are going to be taking the meds for a long time. Now, if price is the only thing on your mind, that number is going to get your attention with the long-term commitment. Here's the thing though. Cheap always costs you something, somewheres. With AltRx, it's 2 different places. One, it's mostly semaglutide. Tirzepatide, the GLP-1 and GIP, the stronger option, isn't really reliably on their menu. And 2, the support is kind of thin, right? Fewer check-ins, fewer touch points. It's more of like the vending machine, not a coach. So who is it actually for? Someone who has done this before, knows how their body handles the medication, and just wants a refill at the lowest possible price without the hand holding. For a first timer, I'd probably keep scrolling. Getting the cheapest possible shot and then, flying blind is kind of how people end up quitting in month 2. So that's number 5. Number 4, Wellmedr or Wellme Doctor. I'm not really sure how it's said. Now this one's interesting because on paper the pricing is almost too good to be true. Semaglutide starting under $90, tirzepatide around $150, and unlike a lot of this list, they actually show you the price up front instead of making you hand over your email to find out. Board certified physician reviews, transparent costs on the scorecard, that checks a lot of the boxes, but, and this is the whole reason it's number 4 and not number 1, Wellmedr is new. Thin track record, not a whole lot of reviews yet, and with something going into your body, being the very first person to test drive a car has a little risk baked in, right? Doesn't mean it's bad, it just means we don't really have the miles on it yet. So Wellmedr is kind of the high upside value play. Great price, real oversight, but you're kind of an early adopter. So, go in with your eyes open. That's number 4. Now, number 3, this is us, WeightlessRx. This is the company that I founded. So take everything I'm about to say with, a grain of salt that it deserves and go check it yourself. But here's our honest pitch. Obviously, physician supervised, both semaglutide and tirzepatide. We offer a free consult to start, and this is the part that I actually care about. We provide real ongoing support, coaching, fitness, and nutrition support, accountability, a real human who actually checks in with you. We're built as a full 360-degree approach because the medication opens the door, but your habits are what walk you through it, right? That's the whole reason I started the company. So why are we number 3 and not number 1? Well, I'll be straight. We're smaller, and being smaller has a real trade-off. We kind of can't play the deep discount games that the big platforms play. The companies coming at 2 and 1 can buy in gigantic volume and run those very aggressive 12-month prepay plans at prices, honestly, we just can't match without cutting the support. And that's the entire point of us, right? So our semaglutide starts at about 125 and tirzepatide starts at about 200. Depending on campaigns, it can get a little bit lower. But so yes, are there cheaper shots on this list? Absolutely. I just showed you 2 of them. But here's how I'd put it. If you want the lowest possible number, we're not your pick. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. If you want the medication wrapped in actual coaching and oversight so you don't become one of those people who loses 40 pounds and gain back 50, that's the lane we're built for. Fair is fair. Number 3. So let's get to the 2 that actually beat us. Number 2 is MEDVi. Now, MEDVi does the thing everyone claims to do and almost nobody actually does. It's genuinely relatively well priced and actually full service. Lowest published monthly price on the whole list, around $149 instead of a nickel and dime you on doctor visits. The consultations are unlimited. That combination is actually quite rare. Usually cheap means you're on your own, and this doesn't. What keeps it out of the top spot, though, is the support can be still a little bit hit or miss. Some people rave that it's amazing, and some people rave that they are waiting, right? So it's kind of the classic scaling problem. When you have the cheapest and everybody floods in, the service desk feels it, right? So think of it like the best value restaurant in town, good food for the money, but on a Friday night, you might have to wait for a table. But I mean, make no mistake, on pure value, dollars in versus what you get, MEDVi is tough to beat. So if your priority is the best price that still comes with real medical access, this might be your winner. And it just barely isn't mine. So that's number 2. Now, best online GLP-1 provider on my list for 2026 is actually TrimRx. And here's why it takes the first place, because they offer the complete package. Both medications, semaglutide and tirzepatide, dosing personalized by licensed providers instead of a one-size-all-fits script, a dedicated care team that actually stays with you. And because they do have real scale, they actually can run those aggressive discounts and longer term plans that bring the real cost down. That's the exact thing I just told you that unfortunately my company can't do, right? We can't match that. So it's not the rock bottom cheapest. That's around the 89 to 100 and 50 on this list. TrimRx starts closer to 179, but remember again, the scorecard, it's not just about the lowest sticker price, it's also about what you actually get for the money. And TrimRx is the one that hits price personalization, both medications and real ongoing support all at the same time without really having a glaring weak spot. So no single category where it face plants, and in a field this messy, being great everywheres and terrible nowheres is what wins. So that's your number 1. There's our top 5. TrimRx at 1, MEDVi at 2, us, WeightlessRx at 3, Wellmedr at 4, AltRx at 5. And here's the thing I need you to hear over all of that, because it's the part that really decides whether this works for you or not. The provider is not the plan. Any of these 5 companies can mail you a perfect vial and you can still gain every pound back, because the shot doesn't carry you up the mountain, it just hands you better hiking boots. The people who keep the weight off are the ones who pair the medication with nutrition changes, fitness changes, coaching, and accountability. That's true whether you pick my company or somebody else's. So if that support piece is what you've been missing, that's exactly what we built WeightlessRx around. Now, the link's in the description. Go poke around, no pressure. And if you're brand new to GLP-1s, watch my breakdown video of semaglutide versus tirzepatide versus retatrutide next. It's linked right there, so you actually know what you're signing up for. And guys, as always, subscribe if you want straight talk on GLP-1s and peptides with none of the hype. See you guys in the next one.